What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video we are going to talk about how GameStop could change their luck around in 2020. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so GameStop has a terrible reputation here in 2020, and I think they may be closing down soon. Now, I'm not saying they're going to close down in 2020, but I could see them closing down in 2022 or 23, just based on how they've kind of been doing things and how they have not been helping themselves. So in this video, I'm going to talk about that a little bit and talk about how they can fix it. Now, GameStop has a terrible reputation with gamers. They have flooded the market essentially with too many stores, and they've cut back on stores as well because they just couldn't make enough money selling used games. So in this video, I want to talk about how GameStop can actually turn their luck around and actually do something good for their company in 2020. And there's a few things I want to talk about because that's something I think could definitely help them, and we're just gonna go right into it. The first thing I think is the Pro Rewards membership. They totally ruined that starting off 2020. You no longer get 10% off games, and you no longer get that 10% more on trade credit. Now all you get is a $5 coupon each month, which equates to $60 a year. But that doesn't really help GameStop. They may think it does by letting people come in more and more because they think people don't come in enough, I guess. But I'm not going to be spending as much money there now, which just sucks for them. Like, if I could just normally walk in and save 10%, that'll be well worth it. But now I have to make sure I've got that coupon. I've got to make sure I get it and I don't let that coupon expire. Like, it's almost the end of January already. I haven't been to a GameStop, which means that my coupon is about to expire and I probably won't use it, which is a very big thing for me. There's a few things I think they could do to make this a better program as well. Now, I want to talk about this one thing just a little bit, and that is the Game Informer. Now, Game Informer comes with all of those subscriptions, and I don't know if that is definitely a good thing for them. What I think they need to do is take the physical copies and only sell those in store. I think they should only go digital with the Game Informer for the subscriptions, because they spend money to print those things out, and you know what happens. I get them in the mail, they're all crinkled, they're bent up, and I don't want to keep them, and they just end up in the trash. I might look at it, but really they're spending money that is just either getting recycled or thrown away very, very quickly. Another thing is they've revamped their stores. Their stores now are half like gameplay centers in the back half, and then games in the front half, and merch and all the other stuff. But in the back, they've got a bunch of computer monitors and a bunch of computers, Xbox One X's, some PS4 Pros, as well as Nintendo Switches. And I think they could make money off of this. I'm going to suggest something that I think people might not like, but I've got a caveat to that. So I'm going to suggest that they charge a certain amount per hour, whether it's $5, $10, whatever it is, I don't care. But you need to monetize that if you're GameStop. However, when I say this, I think you need to treat those Pro Reward members better. If you have to spend money to play in there, give those Pro members 15, 20, 25 hours to play in your store. What you could get there is way better. If they're coming in to play games, they're probably going to come in and see things and want to buy them. But if you're dragging them out there because of a $5 coupon, they're probably less likely to spend the money. So take a look at this, GameStop. Make a wise decision. Monetize that back area. Make it dirt cheap. You don't want to make it too expensive to where people don't want to do it. But at the flip side, reward your actual reward members and give them something that they can enjoy and use that points to. if I could go in there and play for 20 hours for free compared to paying $5 an hour for 20 hours, which is about $100 not taxed, I think that would definitely be well worth it. You would see so many people going into GameStop and using those places a lot more. And I think that's one thing that they need to work on. They've rolled it out, and yes, they've spent a ton of money. It's a grand thing, but honestly, you got to get people in the store. And I don't think making people use a $5 coupon is really well worth it. Plus, trade-in credit. You got to talk about trade-in credit when you're having a pro reward member, because honestly, that's the thing that I used it for the most. Yes, I used it when I got games, but I would wait. I would settle by putting stuff into a box for GameStop and wait until those prices or those deals were higher, and then I'd take it in with my rewards card, and it would save me or get me more credit, which I usually would use for more of these. So you guys understand, I want GameStop to succeed. I want them to fail the way that they're doing it, but as an overall thing, I think GameStop is a thing that needs to be in the market, but I don't want them to keep doing their shady or bad ideas. So that's why I'm making this video. I talk about GameStop quite frequently. You guys know it. I probably need to put together a playlist of GameStop stuff. I'll probably do that for this video, but I definitely want to be able to make money off of whatever. I'm trying to think of too many things for this, but I think GameStop needs to do some smart thinking. Figure out that they dumped in $500,000 in the backs of these stores to make them very nice and fancy, but if the money's not coming in, was it a worthless deal? I don't know what to say there, but I do think GameStop should be thinking about some of these things. You do not need a physical Game Informer for every person. Sign them up digitally and then charge $1 or 50 cents, whatever, for the physical copies. Even if you charge what it costs to print them out, you guys gotta make up for that loss of money, because people don't care really. Like, I have my cell phone in my pocket right now. I'm gonna look this up on the internet. If I had an app that got me the Game Informer very quickly, that might be a better way of doing things. But if I have a question about this game, if I'm looking at Pokken Tournament DX, I just look it up on my phone and figure it out. I'm not going out and saying, where's my magazine? It's 2020. You guys gotta move and step it up here, and I think that's something that you are failing to do. And so also, I'm a little bummed out about the Pro Elite membership. Now, I know it costs a little bit more than the regular one, but I think that was well worth the cost for me, the gamer. Now, I think GameStop has to figure out how they can bring that back and not lose money. Now, I know the price of it, I want to say it was $20 compared to the 15. Make it 25. It's not much more money. Give me the ability to be a rewards member and be able to get better rewards. Like, you just have one tier, it's not really all that great. And so I want you guys to think about that, about GameStop, and I want better trades, better trade credit. People would not hate on you if you didn't offer them $5 for a game that is sitting on the shelf for $55. Now, I know that's a dramatized example, but you guys got to think about this. You sometimes give a ton of trade credit for stuff, and then other times it's absolutely worthless. So for me, I would like to see those better trade deals. Have trade deals be more beneficial to the buyer. Like, I know they always do new games. I keep looking at my Switch games because that's what I buy when it comes to GameStop for the most part. I think that's something they need to think about. They're always having deals for this new game that's coming out, but they don't really make much money off of those new games. Like, if I bought a brand new game for them for the Switch, they're probably only gonna make $5. Whereas if it was smarter and they said you get more trade credit if you buy used, or if you buy this specific game system used, or something like that, I think that would definitely benefit GameStop. But here we are, it's 2020, and I think GameStop is failing in a lot of ways, and these are a few things that I think they could fix. And so, the last thing I'm going to say is this. GameStop needs to bring the power back to the players. It hasn't been power for players for so long, and I think that's something they need to figure out. You're wanting to have people come in store and play your games, give them the power to do so with the Pro membership card, either a discounted or give them a certain allotted amount of time free in the store, charge other people for that, charge a small fee, do not be over the top. Also, maybe be able to sell like a subscription fee for that. So be like, here's a $25 card for 25 hours of gameplay in the store. That would probably net you guys some good money because people will buy those as gift cards, and they probably, some might not even get used. And I think that is something that needs to be thought of, is get something that could be, you guys could get the money and then you could benefit from getting that money and not have to produce as much work. So I think this is a place that GameStop is, and actually probably pretty good, like foundation wise. You go in the store, it looks modern, there's a huge TV with a couch in it, at least at mine, that you can play games at. There are games for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Switch, which are for the most part new consoles. I say for the most part because the Xbox One and the PS4 are about to be phased out whenever the new ones comes, but I don't see used games for that as much. Also, you got that big area in the back that you guys could really monopolize on. Have tournaments where people pay money to enter in, sell snacks, sell things. You guys gotta make the money. So that's what this video is about, is ideas of how to take GameStop and make it better. So with that being said, I want to know what you think. Comment down below and let me know what some things GameStop could change that would make it better for them and for you, because really, power to you, the players, not GameStop. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And honestly, I bring you guys videos whenever I can on Mondays if I can. It doesn't always happen though. So those 3 days are 100% guaranteed. So with that being said, one last time, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you have a good day.